Hello, YouTube. I wanted to show off a really cool bunch of servers that I found on Plutonium T6 for Black Ops 2, specifically for the Zombies game mode. Now, this set of servers that I really like, they're by a group called SARO. So if you go into the server browser and you look up SARO, S-A-R-O, that's a good way to find these servers. Now, there's a couple things I like about them. One of the first things is that there's almost always people to play with. I don't know about everyone else, but something I really enjoy about playing zombies is kind of just having some other randoms to run around with. Especially, let's see if they've got a game of town going. That game, let's see. Maybe we'll be able to get in this one. But it's really fun to be able to run around with a bunch of other randoms. Maybe try for some risky revives. But there's a lot of other cool features about the maps that they might have changed on a couple of their servers. One thing that'll stick out right away once you hop in is that some of the colors look a little different. I think that's something they're doing for fun due to the Halloween season, getting in a spooky mood. They've added a little bit of a green tint to some things here. I don't know if that's UV maps or whatever that is for the models under the behind the scenes, but I think it's kind of cool. And if it's not your thing, I'm pretty sure they'll be changing it after Halloween, so at the very least, you can come by and check it out after that. Something else you might notice is they have up to 8 players playing on some of these maps, which can be really cool. I know there was a glitch at one point in time to be able to do that on some maps in BO2 where you could get up to 8 players, but this doesn't involve any tricky setup. You can just jump in and have fun running around with a bunch of random crazy people. There's also a bunch of other cool things showing up on the HUD, like you'll see the zombie count. It's a classic from custom maps. But there's also a health count in case you look at that. Sometimes it can be useful to know just how red screen you are before you go down. Let's see what else I can point out here while I wait to spawn back in. Oh yeah, there's a whole heck of a ton of perks. Uh, I think I heard they're working on trying to get some custom elements in to have perk icons that look more like the regular ones, but I think for now they've just been using a bunch of other textures and assets in the BO2 base game code. Uh, you know, something that would be nice is trying to learn what some of these different icons are, or perhaps if they come out with those new ones, making them more easily understandable just from a glance. But I do know that two of them I can see right now are the kind of hazy orange one. That perk gets rid of lava damage and fire damage, which is pretty useful on a map like Town. Uh, it can also make Bus Depot kind of fun too, because people will hold out on the giant lava pile to the right of the depot building itself. And I think it's always fun jumping in and messing around with a bunch of people like that. And then also just to the right of that, you'll see a red frag grenade. I do recognize that one as PhD Flopper on this map, which is pretty cool. Uh, it makes it so you can actually mess around with some of the explosive weapons and not risk downing yourself like a moron, which can always make the game a lot more fun. And I think that's kind of one of the things I really enjoy about these servers is it's kind of just focused on doing fun progression and getting OP as heck, which is something that it always kind of felt was the fun part of zombies is that power creep of slowly building up more and more till you get from just the starting pistol to being an annihilator. Uh, but a lot of the more recent games, they kind of just try to balance it in a weird way where you don't always get to hit that level. But on these maps, once you get set up, it's kind of fun. You can just kind of goof off and dick around and have a good time. But aside from just the progression inside of the game, there's also a good chunk of progression that you can do between matches too, which I think is pretty cool. They've got a bank system that you can use on all of the maps rather than just on the maps with the Victus crew, which would be like anything transit related, Die Rise, and Buried. Um, but yeah, you can access it through the chat. Like I can show you here. If I do withdraw 500, you'll see I get 500 there. And as you earn more and more points and put them in your bank, you'll see that I'm Prestige 1, rank 84. You can spend some of those points to upgrade to a higher rank. And the benefit of that is the cool little number in the scoreboard goes up next to your name, but also you get an increased point multiplier. So you'll notice I'm getting quite a few points just for shooting at some of these zombies with my 1911, considerably more than I would be getting if this were a regular game. But it can make it kind of fun and help you speed up the more and more you play. Another cool thing is once you hit the max rank of 100, you'll notice I'm Prestige 1. You can Prestige and start back over at 0. And the cool thing about that is it's not just like oh, do it all over again for nothing, like in some of the multiplayer COD games, right? I never really felt like there was that much to gain from prestiging. On these servers, if you prestige, the maximum point multiplier that you can get goes up, and you'll also rise through the point multiplier amounts more quickly. So, oh, let's see, I'm gonna try not to die. So, like, let's say on 0 prestige, you max out at like times 15 for your point multiplier once you get to rank 100. If you prestige, and once you're on round 1, or rank prestige 1? Yeah, it'd be prestige 1. You'd, not only would you hit those point multiplier milestones more quickly, but you'd also hit a higher cap before you stop gaining a higher point multiplier, which can be fun because it can help you rack up those points really quick. And it's kind of a self-feeding cycle because the more points you get, the more you can spend on these upgrades to your point multiplier, and the higher that you get there, the more points it costs to upgrade again. And it kind of just gives you a bunch of progression to do um, that you can just kind of get from just playing the game regularly, which is kind of fun. Again, it's kind of like it kind of just builds on all the things that I really like about playing zombies with my friends whenever they're online. It's uh, it's kind of just a really chill way to play, uh, kind of a comfy game. I almost kind of view zombies as a comfy game, and I think that the features on these servers really bring that to its maximum potential by just making it go even crazier, making it more chill, give you something to keep striving for. Oh boy, let's see if I survive this. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's why I think these servers are kind of cool. Um, ooh, I'm gonna get a nuke so I can keep getting some more perks. I guess I can show off some of the other cool perks here. Uh, you'll notice they've reused different perk machines, or perk machines that are already in the game, but they're different perks. Like this one's ammo regen. And the nice thing about this is you don't have to worry about continually trading out weapons that you like once you get a setup you enjoy. So I know that the people who go for like legit high rounds on BO2, they're just constantly hitting the box over and over to try to cycle to the weapons that they need. Um, but with this perk, you'll notice my reserve ammo just keeps going up. So over time, that reserve ammo keeps increasing, and it just allows you to keep the guns that you already enjoy. You don't have to worry so much about box cycling or dealing with running out of ammo in the high rounds. But it also doesn't make it too OP, right? Because if I just keep spraying, I'll I'll run out of that ammo and I'll have to wait a little bit for it to regen. So it's not like I can just spray and never run out. it just removes some of the tedium uh, from playing the game, which is kind of enjoyable. Oh fuck. Well, I went down. Alrighty. Oh gosh. I'm gonna try, let's see if I can get some jug going. Alright. I think I might go for stamina up next just to help me get around. Oh boy, might not be enough. Might not be enough. You know, first things next, right? I'm gonna get Burning Heart over here. For some of those new perks, it'll also show up on the side what these perks do. So this is that one that removes the lava damage, which will hopefully make it a little easier for me to get my perks. Come on, give me the... Is it not gonna let me buy Quick Revive because that guy's freaking down? Okay. Alrighty. I might go get Double Tap again too. We also got some other crazy perks like this one over here. I forget what it's called, but Nightfall. It makes it so that the DSR is always a one-hit kill on any round. So I know sometimes people have fun messing around with that and putting iron sights on it, but with that perk, it kind of almost becomes a wonder weapon. So it's just another kind of fun toy that you can mess around with, making this a really enjoyable sandbox gameplay experience, you know? So yeah, aside from this, I know that they've got a bunch of different other maps, like the regulars. But they also have a bunch of cool custom maps. Like I was playing on one the other day that was the cabin in the woods from Transit, along with like a yard behind it, which is kind of a cool open space one. And for dog rounds, they had denizens, which kind of was a challenge because they were smaller and harder to hit. Trying to think. There was also a map that I got to try for a little bit the other day, but I wasn't able to plan it for that long. So I think my plutonium crashed. But they have this really cool map where it's just the fire tunnel from Origins, which is a lot of fun. Um, it's just a one window challenge. There's one box spot, there's a pack a punch, and then there's a Wonder Fizz for getting all the perks. So it's kind of a really fun challenge map. And I think their custom map servers or their lobbies are on a cycle where it will just cycle through all of those different maps they have available, which is pretty cool. So if you get bored of one, I can't remember if there was a command to do it or not, or if you just had to have everyone down and it would move on to the next one. But there's a lot of variety in what you can play, which I really appreciate. Uh, but yeah, so I guess trying to think if there's anything I missed in this showcase. I guess I don't want to show off all the cool perks because it was really fun discovering what half of them do by myself. I might leave you with a little bit of intrigue. There's a perk down here that costs 10,000 points called Burning Wraith. So if you want to know what that does, then you should hop on one of the SARO servers, grind out some points, and give it a buy. Might just be worth your purchase. But I think that's going to be all for today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my showcase of this cool set of servers I found on Plutonium T6, and I will maybe see you all later.